Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. In the last episode, even though we defeated the Dark Star inside Bowser's body, he escaped from the airway, copied Bowser, and Dark Bowser was born, then he stole Princess Peach. So as Bowser, we need to follow him. He went out the front door here. What awaits us on the other side? We're actually going to find out in a little bit, because I'm actually going to wander around this new part of the castle and collect a few extra goodies, mostly of Mario & Luigi, actually, because there's some good stuff you can find over here, some nice optional stuff. So you may want to do that. As you can see, there's not really much in terms of new items and stuff. This is really I think this is the actual last Monsieur Block broke shop thing that I don't even know what I want to call that. But that's the last one we're going to find this game. So we really are nearing the end game, guys. If you guys look at the bottom, my description, where I say, like, in this episode, blah, I'm going to have, like, Endgame right there, because this is, like, Endgame, part 1 of 3. Like, we're pretty much towards the end. Like, this is going to be the series of final battles that will determine the fate of the world. Will we be able to defeat Fawful? Yes. Will we be able to defeat Fawful? Will we be able to defeat Dark Bowser, the Dark Star? We'll find out that very soon. But we got the Special Fangs X, if we want more special attack power. I could, but I really do like having the recovery items on Bowser. I like having, the ability to recover my HP through my punches and over time, plus they have the SP recovery thing as well. So, while I could have more offensive item like that, considering Bowser's by himself, I like to play it safe and make him a more defensive sort of thing, because believe me, these next few fights for Bowser, they aren't very easy, and he's going to need that HP recovery he's going to definitely need it. Let me just tell you that much. So, probably a good idea to do that. Anyway, if you loop around here, this is actually going to loop back to the beginning of this downstairs area that we saw like 6 episodes ago. Is finally can knock this thing down and make our way down here. We'll end up back at the first save point in this area, the one that's right there. And if we keep heading downward, we'll quickly make it back to where we started the game. And now that we've made a whole loop around Peach's Castle, we're going to do the same with Mario & Luigi, because there's actually, if you didn't notice to the right there, there's actually a section that only Mario & Luigi can access now that the front door is open. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut to where I get to the front door, because we don't need to see me wandering through Peach's Castle Gardens again. There's no reason for that. That's just kind of silly. And then we're going to climb up here and do some stuff with Mario & Luigi, including getting the last beans of the game. So the final beans of the game will be gotten in this video. Now there's 2 areas to go to, but one sort of leads to another one, so don't head to the left first, head to the right first, because you'll end up in the left area anyway, so it just kind of saves you time, I guess, in the long run. You have to do some spin jumping over here. Gonna have this water mechanic. In case you didn't notice, I don't even think I really mentioned it, the whole water mechanic was introduced by Junker, right before we fought Junker, the giant trash can. Which is why we can now have it. It's kind of funny they introduced the water mechanic, a very common mechanic throughout all the Mario & Luigi games. Very early mechanics in both Superstar Saga and Partners in Time, but they introduced this at the end game, which is just kind of really weird. But the water still is in it. It just takes a long time before you can do it. Anyway, you can go over ahead of these bookcases to go somewhere else, but first you want to head inside the fire pit. And you'll find a very good item over here, if I remember correctly. And this item is actually the one we could have gotten from the Dark Star, Ware, if I remember correctly. I think this is the Dark Star Ware. I know you get it somewhere in this area. And that's what we're going to want to use for the Gauntlet. Well, it's an option I'm considering for the Gauntlet. Because as you're going to see, yeah, D-Star Ware. It's Dark Star Ware. Same thing, just they're saving spaces, I guess. But as you can see, it doesn't give you any defense, but it gives you 80 power, which is 60 more than even the AOK Ware gives you. Which is pretty awesome, actually. I mean, you don't get the stats from that, and also having no defense from your defensive item leaves you very vulnerable to attacks. But it lets you deal a ton of damage, especially if you combine up the TX Power Gloves and the DX Power Boots. Your power rating can just skyrocket through the roof. A good option is to combine that with either the Small Shell or the KO Shell, so that you can take an extra hit before you die from it. I mean, you usually take about a hit, but so if you're the Small Shell, you can take 3 hits about before you die from any of the Gauntlet bosses, which is pretty good then. So it's a strategy I'm going to explain in the extra videos when I actually do the Gauntlet. But for now, we're just going to get the last beans over there, get a couple more items, and really you just want to go up here for the D-Star Ware and the beans. That's the major goal of coming up here. But yeah, those are the final beans of the game. We'll go ahead and increase our stats for a final time in just a little bit. And then we'll be able to move on. There's one really good item I do want to try to get. It's a drop that either the Dark Fawful or the Dark Fawful guys get. It's actually an upgrade to the luck boosting thing that I have on Luigi. But I'm gonna have to grind for that probably during the extra videos if I don't get it from Dark Fawful. And then we'll, between those, the luck boosting thing, the Star Wear, we really have all we need to take on the Gauntlet after that happens. But anyway, the last beans right here, as you can see, everything with the beans is done. Every single bean in the game has been gotten, and that's pretty cool, man. That is pretty cool. And then we'll just go ahead and increase these power one more time, just as such. And that's it. Our stats are fully increased. We've pretty much gotten through this whole section with Mario and Luigi, so now it's back to Bowser to continue the plot and see what happens. I'm just going to go ahead and do a little skipping over to back here, because there's no reason to show that all off. And now that we're in here, Bowser, it's time for us to go outside. I mean, we went outside of Mario and Luigi. There was nothing there, but obviously stuff will trigger when we go out there with Bowser, because Bowser is the main character at this point. Mario and Luigi, they're actually going to pretty much stay inside him now for the rest of the game. That was actually the last time Mario and Luigi will leave Bowser's body until the end of the game. Or they'll be stuck in there forever. I'm not going to spoil, obviously, obviously. But we're going to go ahead and heal up, because we did increase his stats a little bit for the beans. And now we're going to head out of here for a cutscene. It's Fawful. But, hey, Dark Bowser went out here. Why is Fawful out here? I guess Dark Bowser's alright. I mean, gee, we took forever looking for items. I'm sure he's wandered far away by now. We're very bad at chasing enemies. We get distracted. We have like ADHD where we just like, ooh, shiny things. And then we go get some D-Star Wear or something like that and put out fires and crazy stuff. Why do you hide D-Star? Why is there D-Star Wear behind a fireplace in Peach's castle? That makes no sense. Anyways, so Fawful is talking something about a castle. Super Peach's Castle of Fury. What are you planning to do here? Dude, what is going on? What are you doing to Peach's Castle? Okay, I do love this part of the game. This is definitely one of my favorite parts of the game, because basically, Fawful's such a badass that he turns Peach's Castle into a giant fighting robot. Like, what the heck? Where did they come up with this idea? There's like, we're gonna turn Peach's Castle into a giant evil robot. That's just the most badass thing ever, dude. And yes, you know what this means, guys. I mean, giant enemy. Gee, I wonder what's going to happen now. Oh look, Bowser got squished. I am so surprised. So yeah, final Dark Bowser fight in the game, or Dark Bowser, final giant Bowser. God, there's so many Bowsers to remember. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly heal actually while I'm on the way here, just because I can, just because they do need a little bit of healing anyway from the Dark Star fight. I don't even think I healed from that. But now we're gonna go ahead and revive Bowser. One more giant Bowser fight against. I mean, it's kind of cool though, because you start the game off fighting Bowser's castle, and then you end the game fighting Peach's castle, which is kind of funny. But it's a giant mechanical Peach castle robot thing, which is just awesome. And the fight itself is actually really unique and cool. It's definitely my favorite giant Bowser fight by far. I think it's a really awesome way to end the whole giant Bowser thing. So we're gonna take care of that in this episode, guys. Gonna be pretty excited. So we have to do one more of these. We know how this thing works. You know, just shoot all the balls, and then you fill up the meter, and then everything's all fine and dandy. Nothing too special. I mean, I think it does go a little faster. It's a little harder than before now, but it's not really anything too big to worry about. So we're just gonna go ahead and take down all of the balls, fill up the meter, and then soon we shall have the epic boss fight that I'm sure many of you have been waiting for, because this is definitely one of the more memorable boss fights, in my opinion, that the game has to offer. I think this is probably one of my favorite fights in the game. The entire Endgame is full of really great fights, so these next few episodes are going to be really freaking awesome. The game really does end on a very, very high and epic note, and that's one of the things I do love about the game. It knows how to end. I mean, in all fairness, Powders in Time, the ending wasn't really that great besides the few boss fights, but they weren't, like, the whole ending area wasn't very memorable. But Peach's Castle in this game, and the whole airway, I think it is a bit more memorable than Peach's Castle in, I mean, I guess Bowser's Castle in Superstar Saga was pretty memorable as well, because you had to fight with Koopalings, and it was all pretty cool. Man, I'm almost done the whole trilogy, guys. You don't know how it feels. I've gotten through the entire trilogy for an LP. I'm really happy I've managed this. Definitely going to be one of my crowning achievements, I think, for an LP here. So, really excited to be at the end here. Man, we are almost done. But here we go, guys. One more giant Bowser fight coming right up. It's going to be awesome, guys. So, Bowser, of course, does the whole lifting off the thing that he squished him. We always have this kind of crazy cinematic where he's like, "Arr! I'm giant now, rawr! And he becomes Bowserzilla, and he goes and destroys Sim City. If you think about it, the Bowser in Sim City definitely has to be Giant Bowser, because he pretty much flattens buildings with his feet, which is kind of what he's doing right now. Toad Town's like, oh shit, we're screwed. Yes, flee in circles. They're running around in circles. That's just a useless action, guys. You need to like flee doing something useful or something. Don't just run around in circles. You're not accomplishing anything. Anyway, this guy basically this fight's it's kind of similar to the Tower of Yik fight actually in a way, because what's gonna happen is he's gonna fire this whole black hole thing that's gonna end up landing behind, yes, worst fireworks ever, yes indeed, Bowser, but it's gonna end up landing behind Bowser. And obviously you do not want to be knocked into said black hole because it's not going to be very good for you. So basically we're going to fend him off away and push ourselves away from the black hole so we don't fall in it and take damage. So obviously the easiest way to knock something back is to punch it in the face! Spinning punch to the face, except minus the spinning part. The black hole, well, you do have to make sure you keep knocking back though, because this thing's going to try to suck you in. You're going to have to do a little motion here of the stylus to prevent yourself from falling back into it, so that's always a good thing. And he's going to go ahead and do his attack. He's going to try to push us into it, but all you need to do is punch him away, and punch him away, and, well, I thought it was going to be a third punch. I guess not, so only 2 punches. Yay! Anyway, we're going to punch him back again, continuing to do more and more damage. This guy obviously want to quickly wear him down. This attack, well, it's not actually an attack. He's just going to make a defensive shield of McAwfuls, and, well, we're just going to burn them all away, because as we always know, when there's minions on the field, fire is the best option to do. And then he'll also overheat as well. I'm not sure, I guess, well, if you basically throw a fire at him, he'll give you a mushroom. I said that a little early, but yeah, a mushroom. So now we have a little bit of healing if we need to, which is good because you do want to heal at the end, although I think I forget to do this, but at some point you want to heal at the end, because there is sort of a part at the end where you basically have to out-survive him. And also there's this part where you automatically, you get like a mushroom because you kind of automatically take damage, and there's nothing to avoid there. And it sort of introduces the whole warp, the whole black hole mechanic if you haven't fallen back in there yet. So what you need to do is basically, you know, fling yourself out of the black hole. Obviously you don't want to stay in there because you keep taking damage the longer you're in there. So you want to fling yourself out of the hole, and then you actually manage to do some pretty decent damage to him. So there's this whole like flinging yourself out of black holes and using the momentum to do damage. That's a really key thing in this whole fight, which is really cool because now this guy has one as well. So basically there's this whole sort of black hole on both sides sort of fight going on, which makes things really interesting because, you know, you use it, it does damage to you, but you can also use it offensively, and he's going to do the same thing as well. So it's just kind of interesting. Also, right now he gets a defensive force field, so now we can't even damage him. So obviously, just like the Tower of Yik fight, we're going to want to push him back into the black hole. Luckily, the black hole is also going to be sucking him in as well. So the first part of the fight is kind of like you trying to avoid getting into the black hole. And then the second part of the fight, the black hole starts sucking him in. It doesn't really suck you in anymore. So the fight sort of becomes, you know, knock him into a black hole if you can. Also, we get this whole part right here, which is kind of a little awkward because I always hate having to slide in a circle motion. I'm really bad doing this whole circle motion thing. But you want to keep him from pushing you back by sliding your thing in the well, I'm really doing bad at this. I suck at doing the whole sliding back thing. But whatever, we'll do this again. And yeah, you want to basically do your little spike ball roll thing, because now that we're Giant Bowser, we have Giant Spike Ball Bowser as well, which is always pretty cool. Hurry up and get in the black hole, dude. I don't even want to deal with you. Don't even want to deal with you right now. Anyway, I think he's getting pretty close now, so another punch should be able to do it, but so all you need to really do is finish this attack, which obviously it's like, you know, your typical fire defense attack where you want to destroy all these guys if you can. I took a lot of damage there, actually. I didn't really handle that one very well. But my health is still, he's actually beating me in health at the moment, which is going to be a problem, because like I said, there's sort of like you want to keep your health high, because the end game, you're going to be taking a lot of damage in the end game, so you do want to keep your health high. I might want to use that mushroom at some point soon. But come on. Yes, okay, he made it all the way in there. Boy, I thought I was going to run out right before. I was going to be really sad. So once he goes in the black hole, he's going to lose his force field, take some damage in the black hole, and you'll get this excellent chance to counterattack him with a punch and do some pretty decent damage. Unfortunately, he's not going to give you much time to attack, because he's put his force field right back on there. And then he's going to fire missiles at you. So just punch the missiles away, and you'll and the attack. Nothing too special. We've seen this sort of attack before many times in our giant Bowser fights. So we're just going to go ahead and deal with that. And then we're going to push him back into the black hole once more. At least now we're winning the fight in terms of HP. Don't make me do the spike ball thing again, please. I hate the spike ball thing. Anyway, the thing's gonna pull back once more, getting him ever so close. So I think another punch, as long as we don't get pushed back, should do it from here. I'm hoping. Otherwise, I guess we'll probably have to just deal with another wave of McAwfuls. Kind of interesting that you never, or we're just gonna deal with the wave of McAwfuls now. Kind of interesting that we never get to really see these gold ones in battle besides this thing. It's really the only time you get to see a gold-colored McAwful. Unless, there's something I'm missing for some reason, but I don't think you have. Come on, clearly this is gonna be, come on, this has to be close enough for the black hole to suck him in. Look how close it is! Come on, suck him in there. Suck him in there. Come on. Yes! Okay, so now that's it. So I think this is the, I think once he reaches half health, we reach a new phase. There's like literally 4 phases in this fight, so believe me, yeah. So here we go. Can't survive this. So so we got through phase 1, we've gone through phase 2. Now we're on to phase 3 out of 4. So it is a very long fight, it's a very long fight, but it's a very fun fight because it continually changes as well. The mechanics keep continuing to change. Now the black holes will be really closer. Basically, one punch is going to knock one attack is basically going to end us into the black hole. It's the black hole endgame. And now his things are spiky, so now we have to dodge him instead using our spike ball. Just flick the stylus up to jump over his thing. This one's actually a lot easier than rolling it, at least. And he'll do this a few times. You do not want to get hit by that, because if you get knocked back, like he said, any damage will knock you into a black hole and cause, a lot of damage. No, we're not doing this again. We're not doing this again. No. No, I don't want to go in a black hole. Black holes are bad for Bowser. No. Oh, there we go. I got a little bit of a rhythm here now. And it wasn't good enough. Okay, so what happens now, interestingly enough, and this is, you guys are probably wondering, well, gee, if you're in the black hole, why don't you just flick yourself out right away? Well, you kind of have to wait and time it correctly now, because he's going to have spikes on his arms, and if you time it poorly, he's going to get knocked right into this, you're going to knock yourself right into the spikes, take damage. I think you even get knocked right back into the black hole. So, if you screw up enough times, you can take a ton of damage from this thing. Anyway, now what this guy's going to do, very reminiscent to what the Dark Star in Enemies in the Airway does. Like I said, it's a mechanic that, once it's introduced by enemies, is used often for bosses. He's going to go invisible while he flings himself at you, so in order to counterattack with that, the black hole, you're going to have some timing and see what he's doing there. Almost got hit by that golden one. So very close. But we're going to knock him straight back into the black hole and deal our counterattack damage once more. Our health is pretty good at this point. Actually, I should use the mushroom right now, because I think he's going to activate the final part of the battle right now. Yes, he is actually, so here we go. He's really close to being dead, so phase 4 of the fight's going to activate. And what's going to happen is the black holes are going to get closer, they're going to suck us both in, and we're literally going to have, both of us are going to be in the black hole, and we're going to have to survive each other, or well, he's not going to take damage from the black hole. We're going to have to basically survive. It's the black hole, it's the ultimate black hole endgame. We're literally going to have to fight, end the fight by just timing this. So every time you hit the spikes, obviously you're going to take a lot of damage. If you wait, you take damage as well. So basically, you just need to out-survive him here, finish him off, and destroy him. I mean, it's not too hard as long as you get the time right, as long as your health is still pretty high. I could have used the mushroom there as well to make sure I was at full health. I probably should have, but I didn't need it, so all is well. Anyways, Bowser levels up once more, level 27, which is good. You'd want to give him a couple more levels before we reach the end game. And, whatever, I really don't even care about the stats at this point. It's so insignificant at this point, What's 1 versus 3 extra HP gonna be? I doubt I'm gonna end a fight on, 1 HP left. That would just be kind of silly. Anyway, we're just losing in general. Bowser's pretty, with all the defensive items he has, Bowser's pretty secure for the most part. If he's gonna get killed, he's gonna get killed well beyond what he can heal off anyway. So yeah, exactly. This fight was definitely not one that you expected. And then Dark Bowser was just apparently watching the whole thing, because he's just right here. I love how we just beat up the castle, and then it just turns back to normal, that's perfectly fine. And then we go back inside Peach's castle to fight again, even though we just beat the shit out of it. Because, that makes perfect sense, I suppose. And then Mario and Luigi finally realize, oh, Peach is actually in trouble again. They're just not even surprised at this point. Come on, it's Princess Peach. She's just going to be in trouble all the time. But there we go, guys. That's one boss fight down. In the next episode, Dark Bowser, Dark Fawful. Who are we going to encounter first? What are we going to do, Bowser? What are we going to do? Yeah, the Dark Star has... Yeah, we already know this dude. And basically, you know, we're rallying up for the final fight against the Bowser and Dark Fawful. Mario and Luigi are ready. The three of us are going to combine forces, take them down in the next episode, guys. This is LuckySevenDX signing out. I'll see you guys next time for more Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Might as well go up here, save, end the video on a save point because, you know, we just fought a nice hard battle. It was awesome, but now we have to go find the two dark people. That sounds bad. Wow.